This is absolutely crazy. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's dive right in.
With the latest, Bill.
Well, Emily, it's really rare for an ICE agent to have to fire their weapon on the job, but it did happen yesterday after ICE says two illegal aliens tried to run over their agents with their vehicle while they were trying to arrest them. So this all happened in Colorado Springs after agents from ICE's Denver field office reportedly targeted illegal aliens at a construction site. Now, after the attempted vehicle ramming, ICE says one of their agents shot at those aliens in self-defense, but
Wow, they drove into the vehicle and tried to ram them and hurt them, obviously. What are they expecting is going to happen? Like, I don't understand why they're fighting back like that, because at the end of the day, they're only hurting themselves and everyone around them. This is the reason why they're trying to get kicked out. They're probably criminals. They probably did something wrong, which they did, and now they're ramming into officers. Like, they're only making things worse.
escaped in a vehicle which they later abandoned, and they are now officially on the run, with a manhunt underway for them as we speak. ICE says, as you mentioned, thankfully there were no injuries, and they add in part, quote, two criminal aliens attempted to ram their vehicle into ICE officers during a targeted enforcement operation in
Two criminal aliens attempted to ram their vehicle into ICE officers. They are asking for trouble. They are asking to really get exiled out of this country with no remorse whatsoever.
Colorado Springs, July 31st. As a result of their violent actions and to protect the officers and agents on site, an officer fired 3 shots into the vehicle. The aliens fled and later abandoned the vehicle. Law enforcement officials
3 shots? I mean, they have to do what they gotta do, but what are these guys expecting? I mean, you're gonna run into an officer. Of course he's gonna shoot at you guys. I mean, 3 shots is actually not that bad.
are currently searching for the fugitives. Now, the nearby area was placed on a brief shelter-in-place order during the manhunt, with one local resident saying he does support immigration, but only if it's illegal.
I'm not against immigration when it's done legally. You know, welcome people to come here to bring their skills, talents, and find the opportunities here. But you got to.
And I agree with him. I believe that, immigrants are welcome to come. Just come do it the right way and follow the law and be a law-abiding citizen. So we would actually want you in the country, not break the rules, stay here, break the rules more, break the rules by coming in undocumented, stay here and create chaos. That is not the way to go about doing it. That is just not the way not the way to go about doing it.
Do it the right way.
And again, this number just keeps going up, but ICE reports that assaults against their agents are now up a staggering 830% over the same time period last year. And the agency says that's all because of this constant rhetoric we're hearing from politicians demonizing ICE every single day, sometimes calling them Nazis, Gestapo, kidnappers, terrorists. They say sometimes that translates into attempted violence like we saw in this incident. We'll send it back to you.
Bill, thank you. I want to start with you, Laura, because you've had so many interviews with these ICE agents and law enforcement. Talk to us about what they're sharing.
Yeah, well, listen, you heard 830% increase in assaults on ICE agents, and we have never been in a place like this. That's what they say. They've never felt, the hatred towards them that they are currently feeling right now.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're just doing their jobs. They're just trying to keep everyone safe while they're doing their job. When you're undocumented, I mean, they've been talking about this for a long time now. Like, just get with the program, or else people around you are just going to get hurt just like yourself. Like, just surrender. But the people that they're catching are actual criminals. They're actually criminals. Like, they're doing wrong to society, and they have to get out.
Now, they say nothing will stop them. This is what all of these guys say. They're out there to do a job. They're proud of the job that they do. And as you just heard from that gentleman there, the local resident, we want immigrants in this country, but you have to do it the right way. That's the whole point of all of this. We can't just have a porous open border to allow criminals to come in. These, when they're going out, when the ICE agents are going out, they're actually seeking out criminal.
Like, the fact that we have rapists in this country and they're undocumented and they already have a rap sheet and they're already causing so much trouble, that means they don't even appreciate being in the United States. They don't actually respect the country. And that's the kind of stuff that they don't want here. It's bullshit. It's like, this is not a free-for-all at all, by any means whatsoever.
Illegal aliens. These are people who also, in addition to having broken our laws to come here, have a rap sheet. They have, they're rapists, they're murderers, they have crime in their background. These are the people we're trying to get off of our streets and get them out of our country.
And I want to focus on that for a moment, Kennedy, because of the concentration that Laura is describing. So we can put it up on the screen that the Border Patrol has reported record lows in terms of encounters at the border. But now you couple that with the 830% increase in ambush attacks on ICE agents in the country. That goes to show the tenor of these illegal immigrants that ICE agents are focusing on to try to remove.
Well, that's what happens when you don't have a vetting process and you don't really push Congress to come up with some better solutions to.
I mean, I understand it. It's at the end of the day, it's like, what are you guys trying to do? I don't understand why you guys would even try to cause all this chaos in a country that you're not even documented in. Why wouldn't you lay under the radar, try to behave, be good, and actually do good for society for once? If you're not going to do good for society, at least don't do bad and ruin shit and mess shit up in the country that you're barely even welcome in because you're not even documented. What are you expecting that's going to happen when you get caught?
The immigration problems that we saw that really metastasized during the Biden administration. So what happens is it's all comers. Anyone who wants to get inside the country can, and the people who really shouldn't be here are the ones who are going to be so desperate to stay, and that desperation will lend itself to violence. So now, obviously, you are shifting from border apprehensions to finding people in communities, and the president and the administration has said that they are focusing.
To me, they're just playing catch up. They're playing catch up right now, and there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of catching up to do. Yes, there was a law that there was a way for illegal immigrants, to just cross the border as much as they want. It wasn't that hard. Now, everyone that's undocumented and rode that train is gonna get it, especially the ones that have a rap sheet. That's insane to me. You have a rap sheet? Are you serious right now?
On the most violent criminals, obviously the kind of violent criminals who would try and ram their vehicle into ICE agents. So they will capture them, they will find them, they will be prosecuted, and I have a feeling they're not going to get $1,000 and a one-way ticket back to wherever the hell they're from when they're probably going to be charged federally with attempted murder, and that's not going to end well. That doesn't allow you to realize the American dream, oddly enough, but I'm sure they were at a father's picnic where just a bunch of great dads were getting together, sharing stories and dad jokes.
Right. Arthel, Kennedy is talking about that narrative that keeps being pushed, especially by the legacy media. But we have here
It's so crazy how these people have a rap sheet and they're actually raping people and murdering people. Wow, what is this world coming to? I'm glad, they're going step by step and just removing everyone that's got a rap sheet and has done so much illegal shit.
shot. Let's play it in a moment of Maureen Jo Scarborough, who is admitting that the border is secure, but claiming that Trump is trying to keep up with Biden on those deportations that we need. Let's take a watch.
You have, in one instance, a southern border which Donald Trump promised he would secure. You wouldn't have the number of migrants crossing every day that you had during the Biden administration. That certainly is the case. I mean, the southern border is as secure as it's been in 60 years. On the other side of that, Joe Biden was able to deport a larger number of people who came here illegally because there were so many more.
Without due process, they say. You guys these criminals that are illegal are not going to get proper treatment because they are so red-handed in every way possible.
Near the southern border. Now that's not the case. So you have the Trump administration on one hand wanting to be able to celebrate basically for the most part quiet southern border, but to keep up with the numbers of Biden, numbers of Obama, they're having to go into neighborhoods.
I feel like I just canceled out my coffee, and I'm sorry for making you be subjected to that. But the
was a
point he
long
was
shot.
making was what we said, right? That Trump is apparently trying to keep up with Biden on deportations, but that also underscores the sort of delusion that many have when they say that Trump is deporting everyone, when really he's far behind Obama and Biden in numbers.
Well, first of all, I don't think President Trump bothers to keep up with anybody. He does what he wants to do, and his record stands for his record, period. But I will say this, and when you're the president, he ran and won on deport illegal aliens. When you have a big there will be pressure to get the job done. Now, I do wonder sometimes, though, in terms of executing on the delivery of that promise, should there be some adjustments made, because you want to make sure that the ICE agents remain safe, as well as the communities in which they're conducting those raids.
Right. And David, I want to close with you on this. That's a perfect segue, which is that we know that Michigan lawmakers have proposed legislation to criminalize any agents that are wearing masks during the course of their duties, right, accepting illness or whatever. It kills me.
Well, you know what kills me, and again, forgive those folks who hate New York so much they don't want to hear about New York City, but Mamdani, who is one of the biggest promoters of ripping the masks off of the face of ICE agents, guess what? He just had his $1 million wedding in Africa, and he had 20 hired guns with masks on to protect the people. It's the hypocrisy of this whole thing. And again, who's suffering the most from the horror of a lot of the crime that's going on in the country that is being attacked directly by the current administration? But
that's crazy. Why would you tell them to remove their masks? Like, for what reason would you tell them to remove their masks? That's so crazy. And the fact that you got your own party with all of them masked up. What is this world coming to?
Which is hampered by all of these legacies, not only the legacies of the open border, but the legacies of prosecutors who are very pro-criminals, the legacy of all of these new laws that have come on, the no bail laws and everything that give them breaks. And now you have the added impetus of all these judges around the country that are interfering with the attempts to get rid of the worst of the worst criminals. So you have all these elements that have to be tackled. The administration is trying as best as it can. They're doing a lot to modify some of the craziness.